What's up, everyone? After a lot of people on Facebook have made comments and people stopping by my garage while I'm working on stuff have said, hey, what's your YouTube channel? I want to check out your YouTube channel. You need a YouTube channel. Well, here we are. I'm finally starting one. So here we go. Happy New Year and welcome to Gar's Graveyard Garage. A lot of people on Facebook or passing by my garage have said I need a YouTube channel, so here we are. And what they usually see me doing out front, hence the name, is rescuing old forgotten vehicles. We find them in garages, barns, yards, fields, on farms, wherever. If it's dead, lost, and forgotten, those are the ones I'm after, and those are the ones that we specialize in. I love the thrill of seeing if you can make something that's been parked for 20, 30, 40, 50 years run again. It's an awesome, awesome rush. So anyways, with the help of my two daughters and me, we work on doing that and also building custom stuff. Whether it be a monster beetle that I built, or if we turn a riding lawnmower into a dragster, or whatever. If it's something fun, we've got a torch, we've got a welder, and a lot of scrap metal, we'll make it happen. Now, I think what my goal is going to be with this channel is going to be showing the younger generation how much fun this can be, because it's kind of gotten lost over the years. They're not teaching it in as many schools anymore. There's no shop classes, no mech classes, none of that stuff anymore. I was fortunate enough to grow up with my uncle and my grandfather, who were constantly working on and building stuff, and that's what inspired me. So I'd love to pass that on and show how much fun it can be. And if you get good at it, it can be lucrative. So we're gonna do that. So in this channel, we're gonna control our language, no sailor talk, no mechanic talk. We want this to be kid friendly. So if your kids are interested in working on stuff, or if we have a cool project, you'll be able to let them watch it, because we're gonna take it easy. Beyond that, I think what my goal is going to be with this channel is eventually to get it monetized. We need to hit 1,000 subscribers to do that, and you can help with that by liking and sharing this video and subscribing. I want to get it to a point where we can do some charitable stuff with this as well, because on top of always finding older cars, I do find newer cars. I'm just not into newer cars. Excuse me. But what I would like to do is get to a point where maybe we have a family who's down on their luck and needs a car. Some parents maybe want to get their kid their first car and can't afford it, or a kid is busting their butt to try and get their first car. Maybe we help out and we find something that we bring back to life, and we can maybe donate it to them. And I'll probably set up some kind of a donation page. I don't know if it'd be Patreon or something like that, where people can also donate to the funds to help us make that happen. Which all of the funds from any of that would go to helping us with the charitable side of things. Along with us building the cars and whatnot, we're also going to be attending car shows, possibly some racing events, off-road events, and we'll probably be getting some sponsorships and stuff like that as well. So with that being said, I guess what I can do is kind of walk around and show you some of the projects. I'm currently sitting on, I think, 18 vehicles that are mine, and I've got some incoming projects that aren't mine that we're going to be working on as well. But what I can do is kind of show you what we're going to be working on, give you some ideas of the stuff we're going to be doing. And it'll be everything from maybe we find some riding lawnmowers, something the kids might enjoy. I mean, I don't know in your area, but out here, there are constantly people throwing away go-karts. Maybe the kids outgrew them and they just threw them in a shed and eventually just threw them out by the curb. I'd like to show kids how easy it can be to make those run again, because every time you pick up like an old go-kart or something like that, it's usually the carburetor is shot. So where you want to show how easy it can be to simple fix, even if you have to buy another one, where to find those parts and how easy it can be to make them run again. I don't think I've ever rescued a go-kart that cost me more than like $30 to put back, out in the yard and, letting the kids have fun again. So I'll show you some of the projects we've got like that. But anyways, I'll quit rambling now. And, just an example of other stuff that people throw away. Here's a high-performance Chevy 350 somebody bought brand new in a crate and just left it on the ground, and I estimate at least 10 years it's been sitting, so I do have to go through it, unfortunately, and clean out all the gunk and water that's gathered up. But yeah, according to the sticker, a 440 horsepower Chevy 350 that was just purchased and thrown on the ground. So people throw away all kinds of stuff, and it is always blowing our minds what they do. But anyways, I'll quit rambling and let's go for a little walk. First up on the list is my monster bug that I built, which is a Super Beetle sitting on a Bronco 2 chassis. Bought the Beetle from a friend, and this was abandoned in some woods, and I bought it from a rancher. Another abandoned vehicle, 2004 Chevy. We're going to see what we can get going with that. Another abandoned vehicle, which will definitely be featured in a video because I love it. 1987 Z28 IROC Z with 350, and actually in very good shape. Found in the woods. This is actually our first featured video on the channel. This is a 1980 Chevy Love with only 53,000 miles on it that was abandoned when it was only 12 years old. It was just used as a ranch truck. This was a auction find I found. I always wanted a Dodge Magnum, and I bought this with a blown motor and built a very mean Hemi 5.7 that's in there with a hot cam and a bunch of other goodies. And that's, there's another example of the stuff we do. This one is not mine, but it is a car that's going to be featured on here, an old 1950 Ford shoebox. Been sitting a while, need to get it up and running. Another little Super Beetle. This was actually my late wife's car I bought for her, and she never got a chance to drive it, unfortunately, before she passed. But found this one on the, it was basically on the side of the road in a yard, and picked it up cheap, built a motor for it, and it's basically a daily driver now, but I just don't daily drive it. My old shop truck. This is a good example of the stuff that we do. It's a 1978 GMC. Pulled it out of a farm field. And I think it took me a day and had it up and running. And that mean 350 I showed you in the garage might be going in this. So another upcoming project. This old truck was actually my dad's, and looked a lot different when I got it. It had been sitting 6 or 7 years, covered in moss and rat nests and everything else. Been sitting a long time, so he gave it to me and I brought it back to life, and there it is. Okay, over here got a 1970 Volkswagen Transporter. 233 owner, I think. Came out of Hawaii, and not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I do have a Subaru back here in the back that I might pull the engine out and stick in this, so that would be a fun project and probably a cool video. Not sure of the year, but a Volkswagen Thing that's been kind of torn apart. Was left in the woods. Been sitting since 1989. Don't know much about it other than it does have a motor and transmission, and the motor does still spin over, surprisingly, even though it's been exposed to weather, and there's actually no water in the engine, so I don't know how that happened. Mopar guys will know this one. Old Plymouth Satellite. Got this from some friends of mine. Came with everything that would be needed to turn it into a Roadrunner, including the instruments. Hoods, fenders, the new front pieces, the whole shebang. It had a 318 in its stock. I did pick up a 440 to build out possibly and put in this thing with the 3 deuces. So that might be what we do with this. That would be probably a whole series of videos on fixing this thing up. A couple riding lawnmowers that I got running and now use. And this little Coleman golf cart. Somebody actually threw it in the trash. Again, like I said earlier, I think I spent probably 25-30 bucks on this, cleaning out the carb and putting a new fuel tank on it because the other one was rusted out. But yeah, spent that on that, and we ride it around out here in the field. And we come around the corner, some more riding lawnmowers. I mean, this one was still under warranty when I got it, and lady threw it in the trash because the deck was bent. So I got it here, bent a bracket, and then started mowing the yard with it. I don't know. This one goes back to my childhood when I talked about my uncle and my grandfather building stuff. This is a long rail dragster that pops wheelies that they built back in the early 80s. And then I found out it was still around over in a friend's backyard, and I went and rescued it and brought it back. Actually got it to start, but I do need to go through, put some belts on it and whatnot, clean it up and fix the switches and whatnot. But this was used in parades and whatnot, and I'd love to get it back to doing that, because just hearing the sounds of it brought back childhood memories whenever this thing fired up. Here's the Subaru I was talking about. This is what I might pull the motor out of to put in that bus or the transporter. 1974 Volkswagen Standard Bug, not a Super Beetle, so I have started the process of building a Baja. So that's probably what's going to go with that. By process, I mean I cut the fenders off and put some new tires on it, but that's all I've done so far. Four-wheeler. I was told it used to run, but every time it ran, it caught on fire. So I don't know, we'll find out. There's a video we might do. This little 89 Chevy short bed, got a little V6 in it. And yeah, it was just a farm truck, but next to it is this 02 Chevy with the LS in it. We're gonna pull the guts out of this and put them in this. But this one, I want to take the body off, do basically a chassis up, recondition, repaint, make it nice, maybe turn it into a shop race truck. And then another example of some of the stuff we run across is like this little 92 Ford Explorer 4x4. Low mileage, I think it has 84,000 original miles on it. Somebody got arrested and their car got impounded. Those are ones I like to go after. I check the reports on the auctions. If it says they were arrested and their car was impounded, it was obviously running when it got taken. So I go after those. So far, every one I've gone after that said that has start and ran. This one just needs to be gone over. It's got alignment issues and leaking valve covers, and there's been some stuff rigged under the hood that needs to be gone over. Shortcuts. Bad shortcuts. But anyways, I don't know if that'll be a feature video. More or less, this will probably go to a kid I know that needs her first car. So there you have it. There was a quick little tour of some of the projects we've got going on. The first video, or should I say the first featured vehicle video, should be posted very soon. My daughter Vivian and I started working on the Chevy Love, and we should hopefully have it done in the next week or so. But we'll get that video up as soon as we can. And then what I might be doing too is some of the vehicles that people are interested in, like the Monster Bug that a lot of people ask me about. I might do like a feature video on that to kind of show what I've done, how I built it, maybe some photos and whatnot of the build process, and then kind of talk about what the future plans are for that thing. Because like right now it's sitting on a set of 35s. My goal eventually is to have that thing sitting on like 44s. I want to make it like a stomper toy from the 80s that I used to play with and absolutely loved. So I'd love to have it look like a little stomper. But anyways, in the meantime, what you could do to really help us out is like and subscribe to the channel and spread the word. And like I said, would love to get us to a point to where we can be monetized to the point and share with people, whether it be giving them a car or helping them out. Maybe we go on location and help people work on their cars and feature them. And then another thing I think I want to do, that we're going to do, is say when we hit our first 1,000 subscribers, maybe we'll do a giveaway. We'll do maybe some merch giveaway or gift cards or something like that. And then eventually I want to start doing contests. Maybe once we hit like 100,000 subscribers or more, we start doing drawings or contests and give away project vehicles that we built or worked on. It makes me feel good to do stuff like that. I love seeing the reaction of somebody unexpectedly getting something. I don't know, it makes me feel good. I do charitable work on the side also, where I cosplay as Deadpool and do children's charity stuff, go to hospitals and whatnot. So it's always been in my nature to try and help and give back and help different organizations and whatnot. So I'd love to get to the point where we can do it on another type of scale with cars and trucks and maybe toys. You know, we donate go-karts or bicycles or something, because we end up with a lot of bicycles. But anyways, I'll stop rambling now, and yeah, share the video, like, subscribe, and hey, if you think of something that you want to see on the channel or it might support us, leave a comment down below and let us know what you think. And we'll see you next time.